I'm Rick and I'm at Flinders Pier. This is where Westernport Bay meets the ocean coast of the Mornington Peninsula. In days of yore, we'd jump into the car and head down to the peninsula with the intention of getting a dive in on the ocean coast, or maybe the back beaches. Trouble is the weather or the conditions didn't always agree with it. Sometimes there was a strong onshore wind or a longshore wind that was too strong, or the swell was too much. So we'd look for a place that was calm, somewhere that was protected from the wind. If the wind was blowing from the west, then that place was Flinders, near the pier. When I say at the pier, I really mean near the pier. It's illegal to spearfish underneath or close to jetties. When you go to the east side of West Head, all of a sudden the underwater habitat changes. From a rugged, rough-looking coast with exposed rock, you get a gentle, sandy bay, and there's very little rocky reef in that bay. There's a lot of seagrass or amphibolus meadows there, though. You can see them from the surface on a clear day. While the area might be protected, there's not a lot of spearfishing action there. You can get flathead in or on the amphibolus. You can get whiting around the sandy patches, and you may occasionally see a school of Australian salmon swimming through the water above it. You will, at the right time of year, encounter sea dragons. Not that I'm suggesting you should spear them, but they're certainly worth a squeeze. I certainly don't have any recollection of any fantastic catches from there, but I do have recollections of pleasant days and pleasant dives. And it was a place where I could get wet when no other places were available. The water's not deep. It rarely gets over 3 or 4 metres, regardless of how far out you go. That's another reason why you can see the bottom pretty easily. It's a family-friendly beach. There's plenty of sand to sit on, and usually the waves aren't too large. It's quite shallow. Good place for kids to swim. Good place to park the family while you're having a dive. There are toilets and car parking, and even steps down to the beach. On days when the vendor's there, you can buy fresh mussels. How does it go on the Chong scale of convenience? Well, there's stairs, that's one. There's toilets, but no showers. So I reckon that's another one. A couple of minutes drive and you can find takeaway food, dim sims, Coca-Cola, coffee. I reckon that's another half a star. So I reckon it rates about 2.5 stars of Chong convenience. It is a boat mooring site, so you've got to be careful about boats. It's important to have a flag and float showing clearly. But if you do go too far to the right or to the south, you might start getting close to West Head, and there is a possibility of some current there. How do you get there? Well, you drive to the town of Flinders. When you hit the roundabout, you turn left and keep on driving, and eventually you get to quite a steep hill. You get to a couple of turn-offs and quite a steep hill, which you have to drive down. The car parks are down the bottom. From there, it's just a short hop, skip and a jump till you get to the water. So, if it's too rough or too windy or too nasty elsewhere, Flinders Jetty provides an alternative. Or if you just want a safe, easy dive, which can be very pretty when the water's clear, with a chance of seeing a sea dragon, this is the place to come.